Now, drum roll, please. Last but not least, we're going to throw it over to Jessica. Hi.
Hi.
What do you have for us?
Okay, so mine is less exciting, but it's more about just remember to just show up, because in this case we have Champion against Sethi, and I don't know if the TCPA world remembers Champion and also Alvord. Okay.
Dr. Evil, yeah. But this is a different Alvord, though. I don't know. There's probably some relation,
Maybe.
right? So what's ironic, though, is Dr. Evil Alvord is, of course, the guy behind Law HQ. He loves to bring suits on behalf of Champion, right, Doug. And so Doug and a different Alvord, I don't know if they're like buddies, friends, pals, lovers, wives, nephews, cousins, I don't know, brought this suit. Spouses, yeah, that was the one I missed, huh? So anyway, but keep going.
So Champion did bring suits against Sotomayor, Sethi, and then also Zamora. And these are individuals. I just want to emphasize that. And the thing is, Sethi and the other two, they did not show up to court, and so there was a default against them. And Sethi showed up late and wanted to fight that default. And the court was just like, no, you can't do that. And so they were considering judgment against the three that were alleged. And Champion, he was alleging $1.6 million.
Wow.
And he was saying that 540 text messages were sent. And then we also have, on top of that, another, I think it was 800 million. And that was saying
800,000.
800,000, I'm sorry. 800,000, not million. And that was alleging about 460 texts that are also sent. And right now there's no judgment against any of the three, but the court was saying that they want to look into to see if those texts were actually sent. But this is just a good reminder to just show up and just be present and just to remember to respond and answer to any filings that are against you, because the TCPA world is just super crazy and you just need to be on top of things.
It's pretty good. Be on top of things. I like that being the lesson that you're delivering, Jessica. You need to be on top of things too. But just like show up and be present, right? This is a good lesson in life, and it's a good lesson in the TCPA world. Yeah, the facts are really interesting. You might be asking yourself, I know I'm asking myself, how did 540 text messages get sent to a repeat litigator Champion before he said stop? I'm curious about that. And plus, how many phone numbers was he receiving these messages on? So a lot of these guys will use honeypots, right? They've got 40, 50, 60, 100, 200 phone numbers. I think that Law HQ is doing this. I don't know that. I think that Law HQ is doing this. And so they'll be netting huge volumes of phone numbers or phone calls, and they'll turn around and file suits individually, right? Most of these high-dollar TCPA cases that we're talking about are class actions, right? Of course, that's what we're here to do, is defend these massive class actions where billions and billions of dollars are on the line, keeping companies in business that are good companies that are caught up in some baloney lawsuit. But these guys are bringing individual suits, and they're hoping that people will do just what Sethi did, just what Zamora did, and not show up. And these are people, right? These are just regular people that have been personally sued, and it could happen to you. I'm just kidding. Not you, but you. No, but in seriousness, it could happen, right? And so if you are sued, the bottom line is Jess is correct, 100% correct, and she's new here, and she's got this figured out, okay? If you get sued, you have to do something. Not doing anything is not an option.
And it's making bad law. Dr. Strange.
Dr. Strange.
Serial plaintiff Strange. What do I think of him? I think of Dr. Strange. Strange just won.
Marvel just sent me a demand letter to stop using the phrase Dr. Strange. God, those guys over at Disney are quick. Thank you, Pooja. You got us sued.
Serial plaintiff Mr. Strange, Clinton Strange, just last week or earlier this week, same thing. He won on a motion for default judgment because the the defendant didn't show up. But it's just making bad law is what I was trying to get at.
Making bad law, I'm sure that's less consequential to them than having to pay $2.4 million.
To my clients.
Yeah, that's also an issue.